Hello everyone who's ever fought giant robots and has trauma from it. I am BorderWise, my PC is fixed, I'm back in business, I'm high on painkillers because my foot hurts, and welcome to From the Depths, Most Wanted, the Gravitas, which actually is one of the more requested Most Wanted entries I've ever had, and by which I mean a few people have asked for how to beat this bloody thing. And really, it was a wake-up call, like, checking in on this thing is like, oh man. Also, it's gonna get worse. One of the people working on it is, I forget exactly what's gonna be updated about it, but it's gonna be made even more annoying in the future, so, keep an eye out for that. So, how do you sum up this thing? This is, I'm not sure if it's the, Twin Guard boss craft, but it might as well be, because it is very boss. I believe it is the most expensive of all the godly Twin Guard vehicles. In fact, it is, which means I think, yeah, this is their boss craft. And it is boss indeed, in the most annoying ways. It is a repair cheese mech, like the Twin Guard likes to do, and it's got a lot of sub-vehicles, and it is profoundly not fun to fight, especially if you don't know how to counter it. Like, a lot of vehicles, like, there are tough, formidable vehicles in From the Depths, and in Nita in particular, you fight, they're challenging, but, like, it's a respectable challenging. You can see that, you know, they're just well-designed, and, like, you know, they do things well, and you've got to beat them at their own game, so to speak. This thing's just annoying. It's just, I don't know, it's not, I don't know, it's a stretch to call what it does exploits, because it is allowed within the within faction design in From the Depths, but really, it's on the edge, man. It's like, phew, it's annoying. And just to give you an idea of how annoying this thing is, let's just despawn this one. I'm not sure why I spawned it in the first place. This is the only faction craft in From the Depths I have ever found that beats the BBS 5th season, so let's just demonstrate that right there. Onyx Watch. And come on. Come on, come on, come on. And where are you? You're over there. Let's spawn you in 2,000 meters. So there's a lot of reasons why the Gravitas is such a gravitational pain in the arse. So here is the 5th season. If you've never heard of it, it is a truly formidable craft, very well made. And here is the flying robot bastard, which makes my life miserable. So, let's see how they do. So, that right there tells you immediately what you're dealing with here. The 5th season has already dropped 2% health. Yeah, so, it's got a lot of strengths. It's got a clever division of systems among sub-vehicles, which means that if your weapons are focused on, like, prioritizing something based on the block count, it's going to go for the wrong thing first. It'll go for the base, which is actually not the main vehicle, which means that it'll constantly repair instead of, like, doing what it's supposed to do, which is knocking the thing out of the sky. It's got a very strong lamp, so this base here, which is fake, by the way, this is not the thing that makes it fly. If you zoom in here, you can see it's full of steam turbines and laser bits and other things, but the actual flying bits are here, in the torso. So, yeah, the torso is completely unarmed, by the way, there's no weapons on it. And how is the 5th season doing? The 5th season is getting its ass kicked. So the 5th season is actually more expensive in total than the Gravitas, so this tells you this is one of the most annoying things to fight one-on-one. More on that later. So it's got a strong lamps, it's got a lot of interceptors. I forget exactly where the oh, there they are. The interceptors are on the front. Very defensively minded flying mech bastard. It's got crams. It's very heavily armed, actually. So, over on the left there, you've got an AP, a heat, a railgun. That really hurts. Oh my goodness, it just got its head blown off. Not that that makes much of a difference. And that particle cannon changes its charge time depending on the size of the target, but with a lot of targets, it's a 30-second charge time, overclocked piercing pack, which I kid you not, can, I forget, like, how much penetration it actually has, but, oh my goodness, the 5th season actually winning. Holy crap, mortars actually are a good idea with this. Oh, you beautiful thing, Bungalow Bill, I take it all back. Well, so much for me talking about how formidable this thing is. That's something I didn't even mention. Mortars actually work great. Oh, we're getting ahead of ourselves, man. I love it when, like, I learn something as I record the video. But it's okay. Right, let's go sit on this thing. If you ever wanted to just sit on the Gravitas, because you can. That is something that's well within the possibility to do. So, big piercing pack. It's got these big crams on here. Let's see if we can actually have a look at the stats of these crams. There, yeah, so 26 second reload time. What's their health? 76,000. Mostly hardener. Oh no, mostly HE. What? I think this might be 3D Tetris. Or it's just bloody big. Is this 3D Tetris in here? It's not. Look at that. That's, just goes to... Oh no, there is a bit of 3D Tetris in here. I think, yeah, we've got some stuff there. Yeah, this is weird, actually. This is quite weird. Oh, well, it does the trick. It's a big-ass cram cannon. Anyway, it's got 2 of those. Big APHE crams. Those hurt like hell as well. And one of the most annoying things about it is it's got these dedicated, like, shields in front of it. They're just little sub-vehicles. They don't even have AI on them by the looks of it. Yep, nope, there's no AI on this. It's just a lump of heavy armor. And, it just keeps them out in front, and it, let's actually see here. You'll get to see all the, sub-vehicle holders, I think. Let's see here. What do we got? This is a turret of sorts that controls the head. And what else? Can't really see where all the stuff is. That looks like something being controlled there. It's hard to reverse engineer this thing. Reverse engineer. Looking inside it. Yeah, there you can see. Let's see here. This looks like... What is it holding on to? It's got no selection? What? Excuse you? Taken by me. Yep, so this is the bit where the shields are held onto behind the custom jet, so by the time these shields fall off, it means you've taken out the main vehicle already. Nice redundancy. And yeah, that's, like, it's a brief summation of the strengths of these things, but these are major strengths, so... What about the weaknesses? Oh, I forgot to even put anything in that bit. Well, I can probably just make it up as I go. Well, firstly, as you probably guessed, if you target the main vehicle of this, the split second you take out all the blueprint spawners here, that's it. They fall off. And these are noticeable weak points whenever there's a little turret block or a blueprint spawner or something like that. These things do fall off. Let me just demonstrate that. Oh, I don't know, like so. If you do this, and it falls off, so you can imagine getting hit from behind. This is a front-sider, by the way. It doesn't like getting shot in the butt. You can imagine how that would go. Let's go see here, 360 turret. There's a major weak point right there, if that gets shot off. So yeah, any kind of armor-piercing round, like, you could even take manual control and, like, target the bits which cause things to fall off. Very handy. Let's see here, there's a blueprint spawner right here, I believe. Yep, that's the one that controls the bottom. So yeah, there's a particle cannon in there actually as well. And as the 5th season has inadvertently demonstrated, you take out the custom jets of this thing, it falls straight out of the sky, and like a lot of airships and From the Depths, Twin Guard, but especially as highlighted by the Scarlet Dawn and the Great Talons, this thing, once it's in the water, it cannot get out of it. even though, like, it looks like there's a fair amount of alloy in there, but no, it does not swim. It cannot swim at all. And especially, like, this, even by the usual standards of front-siders, and I think it's to do with, like, especially, like, the cost investment of these, like, personal shields, or blockers, I should say. This thing does have shields, by the way, quite strong ones. Shield projectors, I should say. This thing is not good at dealing with multiple opponents at once, because this is a duelist. It's, like... It's also, it's really designed to, like, take on a big capital ship one-on-one, and just, you know, constantly tank using the shields and the repair tentacles and stuff like that, and just murder it dead, especially with that particle cannon that just pokes, like, holes straight through it. It kind of sucks at dealing with, two vehicles that are roughly the same cost equivalent to it, so... I say that, I got surprised by the 5th season just now, so who knows how the other combat tests will go. So how do you survive this? Well, first off, I would like to point out that you really shouldn't use submarines against this, and nothing demonstrates this better than the Blackcurrent. Let's go here, spawn in the Gravitas, and let's spawn to the east, the Blackcurrent. Where are you? Blackcurrent is only slightly cheaper than the the Gravitas. So the thing is the particle cannon. So wait for it. So that is a bunch of stuff that's happened there. I forget if that advanced cannon has super cavitation base on it. It doesn't, because it's got a tracer, but it can still hit you. The thing is up in the sky, and as you can see, sometimes it goes absolutely nuts. Like with the physics of the thing. Yeah, it goes crazy. There's no way that cram's gonna hit. Nope. But the particle cannon did something. So you can see, even though, like, the thing doesn't have super cavitation rounds, it's still getting close, simply because it flies quite close. Let's go have a look here. The combat distance is only 1100 meters. It can still aim at the thing. It drops sonar buoys so it can see. And it actually managed to nail a cram shot. So this Blackcurrent is at the bottom of the ocean, and it's still getting, like, annihilated. So don't hide on the bottom of the ocean. What you need is redundancy. So if you do want to take this thing on one-on-one, no amount of armor is going to stop the weapons on this thing. I mean, the armor will help, but not for long. Because that railgun is got so much pierce on it, those cram cannons are so big, and that frickin' particle cannon, man. You can just see how much damage it does, like over 200,000 piercing. It just AI deaded a Blackcurrent, so that's how you go. So you need redundancy, you need to think about building your craft so that so that important systems aren't all clustered together and are not on the same line. So if you've got a broadsider, so let's just do this. So if I do this, so looking at my mouse, if you've got a broadsider facing this way, you don't want, say, engines, AI engines, or something like that, or a turret, or like multiple turrets next to each other and that kind of thing, because this thing will poke holes straight through it. You want to, as much as possible, have it so that it wastes damage by over-piercing and not hitting too much stuff at once. And same with front-siders, actually. This thing, I think it actually did manage to kill the Singularity, simply because that particle cannon just punches through multiple vital systems at once. So yeah, no joke. Redundancy over armor. You do need good shields for the APS. And you need good Seawers, Lambs, or Interceptors for the crams. Actually, dodging the crams might be a better idea, simply because they have so much freaking health. So yeah, the thing sometimes spawns inside itself, or gets entangled inside itself. So if it does that, you're actually kind of lucky. I think that was meant to be the weaknesses. Yeah, so the particle cannon also has a limited upward arc, and the best way to demonstrate that is to spawn something in space. So let's go... the Dominus is probably going to get shredded. because the crams can aim straight up, the APS can aim straight up, but you'll notice the particle cannon is also aiming straight up, so apparently I'm a filthy liar. Holy crap, the Dominus might actually win. Whee! Are the crams gonna do anything? Nope. Okay, never mind. I swear that the particle cannon could not do that before. Apparently it does that just fine. Never mind, you can't hide in space. This video is a mess. I'm completely out of sorts. Alright, never mind. Thing can aim straight up. What you do have an advantage in, is I've mentioned this before, these blocker drones, they can only aim at one target at a time. So if you shoot at the thing from 2 different angles, preferably with multiple vehicles, you can actually kind of confuse it enough so that you can sneak shots past the shields, which is very handy. Also, try and keep your distance. So let's go here. Let's see what kind of lens we're dealing with. This is a short range. No, it's a scatter lens, which means it doesn't lose damage quite as much. Bloody hell, that is a hell of a scatter lens, I do have to say. But yeah, you can see how much damage. Damage type explosive? What? I thought that was piercing. Wait a minute, something's not right here. Aha, hello. The power. Volume. Turn off refineries. What the hell? Well, I'm tripping balls now. I swear this thing was... Hold on a minute. Turn off refineries? That makes no damn sense. At all. Makes no sense at all. I swear this thing does piercing pack. Like, that's... Hold on. Let's spawn in something big. Okay, now it's piercing. Okay, it's clearly got something hidden somewhere that lets it change the damage type of the particle cannon, but I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's breadboard. Wait a minute, it's got an AI somewhere. I know it has. Where's it? Where is you? AI physical connector. Nope, not seeing it. Hold on. Nope, there it is. Nope, there it isn't. Damn it. Where the hell's it gone? Whatever, like, it does piercing back. I wasn't crazy. Anyway, so how do you kill it? That is the question, isn't it? You gotta get, well, I was about to say you gotta get above it, but that clearly doesn't work. Below it is better. Shoot it, like, up under itself. You gotta use strong armor-piercing stuff. Just chucking missiles or high explosive at it is certainly not gonna work. You can see that lamb's doing absolute work right there. Deacon's hell. I gotta get me a lamb's that big. I think I'm getting worse at lambs as time goes on. Yeah, those interceptors, man, are really good, actually. If you use strong enough armor-piercing APS, like, I'm talking, like, Railgun Sabo, and of a big gauge as well, you can actually punch straight through these little shields, and, you can actually hit the main vehicle behind them if they're strong enough, so that's an idea worth doing. Cram cannons aren't too reliable against the Gravitas, because the thing is an airship, or thrustercraft, so it does move around and, like, bounce around a bit. But it can distract the lambs, and it can arc over the blockers a bit. So, because cram cannons have an arc to them, and of course the Stronghold isn't going to demonstrate it because it's mauled, it's not going to go straight for this, it's going to arc over it. Which means that crams, provided you get the distance right, can actually hit this thing straight in the face and, like, go around these, which is quite handy. Try to set your target prioritization on your AI to prioritize blocks and firepower to aim for the mothership as much as possible. Or manually target the mothership. And because this thing... let's get rid of the stronghold quickly. Whee! It's levitating. Let's repair you. So you probably noticed that this thing is a heavy armor cheese wedge. So let's go in here. You'll see it's got the thing. It's got the thing that plasma was invented for. The spamming of heavy armor wedges. So this thing, definitely plasma it. Preferably from multiple angles because it is a very compact, dense craft, which means that you should be able to murder it with plasma. It was made for that. Alright, what else, what else? Fight fire with fire. You can use an overclocked piercing pack of your own to punch holes straight through it. Same story with the railguns. A strong enough particle cannon can go straight through these blockers and into the main vehicle behind them. And the Gravitas, like I said before, the Gravitas is a duelist, so don't try and 1v1 it. If you run into this thing in the campaign, fight dirty. Use a fleet. Have something to distract it. Something tanky, or at least something with a lot of hit points. And then just use craft to flank it, because if you look at behind this thing... Whoopsie daisy. Alright, let's hop on you. Right, so looking behind it, you'll notice that it's the armor on the back considerably more squishy. That looks like one... what do we got here? Like, 1, 2, 3... 3 layers of alloy. Much more manageable. And same thing here on this is the... over here, what do we got? This is slightly more heavily armored. Alloy, alloy, heavy armor. Oh, no air gaps. Oh! Doesn't that suck for you? Oh dear. Alright, so... Also, like I said, aim for the shoulders. So if we say, oh, I don't know, if we have a giant explosion here. Let's say we have a local friendly cram cannon that manages to get a shot like right here. That didn't quite do it. That didn't quite do it either. There we go. Aim for the shoulders and blow its weapons off. That works quite well. Okay. Also, you can EMP it to get similar results. Or aim for the hot block. So, remember the target, well, not target prioritization, this is aim point selection. If you see back here, this is where the nice hot jets are. Wow, these are nothing but combustors. Deacon's Christmas. Anyway, these things are quite hot. Let's go to the infrared view. So yeah, it's a lot of hot, juicy stuff. Looks like I'm seeing 284 degrees right there. So yeah, aim for hot blocks, aim for the main body, and preferably with something that is really good at getting through heavy armor, like a plasma cannon, and you will take this thing out of the sky, and it can't swim. And it doesn't really have hit scan secondaries, per se. This particle cannon does a decent enough job hitting things. So, one main craft plus a suicide craft, or a suicide craft squadron, is actually a pretty good combo. And I forgot to mention that those blockers are actually quite good at fending off suicide craft, unless they're distracted. So, let's do this. So we go over here, spawn in our friend, the Gravitas, and hope, oh dear, no, let's get our directions right. Alright, so that's west, and let us spawn in our friend, the Pyre, over in the east, because the Pyre is actually something that can beat this thing one-on-one, at least sometimes. And, because the Pyre actually does a lot of things right. It spawns in nukes that the Gravitas doesn't aim for initially. Wow, that's laggy. Alright, so right here, you can see immediately the Gravitas sometimes kind of screws up and like spawns all tangled. And if it does that, you have won already, pretty much. I'm not sure what does... Wow, that is laggy if it's causing my new super cool CPU to lag. Deacon's Christmas. What is happening? Oopsie daisy. And this is why I think the whole sub-vehicle thing in the From the Depths thing, I think that shouldn't be a thing, because this is just embarrassing. Beautiful example of the weaknesses of this kind of craft is that it is highly prone to messing up completely and causing your game to melt, among other things. Let's try that again and see if it does it twice in a row. Okay, let's go here, spawn in the pyre over there, and go over here, spawn in the Gravitas. Are you gonna spawn inside yourself, like the Kama Sutra Yep! Let's restart the designer, because I don't know what causes that, but, damn it, I just want to show things off for educational purposes. Deacon's Christmas. Ugh, can't get any good help these days. Okay. Things just don't do what they're told. Okay, let's do that. Are you going to be a stupid Yes, you are. No, you're not! Yay! So, Pyre lost 1% health. Let's see here. It also has a hell of a lot of missiles keeping the lambs busy, which is nice. And there's the nuke coming in. The Pyre also tends to come down on top of things. And that right there is why Suicide Craft are quite handy. It just took out most of the active defenses on that. You can see, wow, you could... Hold on, let's go see that. So, if you're wondering what, like, multiple beams of, like, over... I think it was, like, over 100,000 points of damage of particle cannon does? Yeah, that's what it does. Yeah, I think it did go all the way through, as a matter of fact. And the Pyre is one of the most bricky craft in the entire game. But yeah, this combination, having a main craft and then it constantly spawns in like little suiciders, this is getting around the whole 1v1 thing that the Pyre is so good at, because it can, because it doesn't really have genuine secondaries, it just kind of gets confused, and kablooey. It actually managed to shrug that off quite nicely. Oh, look at that! You appear to have lost your main active defenses. So that means that the Pyre is just going to... Wow, you can see that. Look at that. Those guns on the Pyre are pure Sabo, as a matter of fact. So you can see them punch straight through those blockers and like going straight into the main vehicle. And yeah, they just took off the shoulder right there. So yep, and 2 damage. So the Pyre just demonstrated one way to deal with this thing. Cheat. Well, not cheat, just fight dirty, use strategy, use multiple vehicles. So yeah, that's one way to do it, and let us just hop into the custom battle setup, and I can show you 2 of my craft that managed to accomplish the same thing. And by 2 of them, I mean it's just like 2 of the same thing. So let's go here, load in. Okay, I don't have... Oh, wow. Yeah, so computer had major surgery, so let's go here. Let's just do that. 500,000 symmetric materials, and let's go 10 and 10. I need to set this up again. Where am I? Nope. Hello? Where am I? There we are. Beautiful. Okay, set up, and I believe that is... Let's save that as stand... Wow, I hope my custom campaign progress was saved. Standard fight setup. Damn it. Alright, let's go here. Let's load in... Where's the toaster? There's the toaster. The toaster is armed with plasma, which means we can show off what plasma does to the Gravitas. It does beautiful things. Let's go here. Where's the twin god? Gravitas. There you are. And let's set everything to an altitude of 200. And that should be good. And let's see what happens. There's always the possibility that it'll AI dead one of the toasters immediately with that stupid particle cannon, so you never know. Let's have a look here. Here's the toaster. It has glowing purple eyes, as you do. Okay, near miss. You messed up. So immediately the Gravitas is short 3% health, so that's nice. And now this is, now that main gun is freaking out. So now you can see the magic of this, is that, one of the toasters is flanking. And because these, things meant... Oh, please tell me you're not AI dead. Because the toasters are now flanking this, they're managing to make a hell of a mess from both sides, and it means they are dealing with this in a very satisfying way. I hope they actually win, though. Sometimes they don't. Pew pew pew, pew pew pew. Pew 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 pew. And that is, like, I'm not sure if you saw that, how those particle cannon shots kind of wiggled. They attenuated as they, and kind of missed. That's why distance is quite handy and when fighting with this thing. This is a close-range duelist, so to speak. Wow, danger close, toaster. Oh boy, they might not win. Oh no, we might need another toaster. We might need extra toasters. I think we're still... Nope, we're not winning. We are not winning. Oh, man. This is one of the annoying things about the Gravitas, is depending on what part of you that particle cannon hits, that determines whether you win or not. What are you doing so close? Oh, boy. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yes! Distraction! Oh dear. This is not good. Although one of the... Wow, one of the shields got murdered. That's interesting. That never happens. Wow, I think both plasma guns have taken off. Well, this went a lot better the last time I tried it. Whee! Well then. Maybe I should cut the video here, so... Oh wait, no! Yes! Yes! Take that! There goes your particle cannon. Yep, that's why you aim for the shoulders, ladies and gentle-thems. Hell yeah. It's also why you aim for hot blocks. Yes, we're actually gonna do it. I don't need to edit this out in my shame. Also, fast stuff that bounces up and down, very handy. Very handy indeed. Also, I should mention as well, this is kind of a suicide craft. Defense, it does have a very strong continuous laser in there. I think it's a short-range combiner, actually. Are the plasma guns still firing? I think they might have stopped. I think this is at best a draw. Yeah, this is the problem with getting too close. Oh dear. Oh dear. Damn it. This has been non-stop surprises throughout the whole thing. At the very least, you can kind of see how you can deal with the Gravitas. One more toaster would have done the trick. I forget how much they cost, actually. Yeah, the Gravitas. Sorry if my mojo isn't back entirely. I'm a bit out of sorts. High on painkillers. Just got my PC working again. So yeah. Gravitas, flank the bastard, basically. Aim for the shoulders. You know how you should aim for the center of mass usually? Nope, not with this guy. Aim for the shoulders. Deacon's hell, are you gonna despawn or what? Oh, that's what you're doing. You're aiming for the wrong thing. Ah, boy, manual control would be much better. Alright, I've wasted enough of everyone's time, including my own. That's the Gravitas. Flank. Aim for the shoulders. Outnumber them. This thing's a duelist. It's not a fleet fighter. What the hell does fleet fighter even mean? We might win eventually, assuming we don't get horribly unlucky with that toaster over there, but it might take a while, so calling it here. Thank you all so much for watching, thank you for being patient, go Plasma Gravitas, and thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps, and there's fun perks in it for you. Thank you to all my current supporters, and I will see you next time in From the Depths Most Wanted. Please share the video around so I feel better about how long this video took. Farewell!